Hey guys, Mike B. Rolling here. Want to do a video to go into a little more detail on the video titled The Best Trucks or Old Trucks. Kind of break it down because there's a lot of people that didn't quite understand what I was talking about. Before we go into the best trucks, let's go with the way trucks have been built. Up to 1999, anything 99 and older is E-Log exempt. And then the trucks that are newer than 99 but have an engine that is 99 or older is E-Log exempt. They call them glider kits. That's where the truck can be a 2022, 2023, even 2024. Heck, if they're building it brand new, as long as the engine is 99 or older, that truck is exempt from running electronic logbooks. So what I mean by best trucks or old trucks, I'm not sure exactly when they started doing the first generation electronics. Back in the 90s, early 90s, I think. But they started doing emissions in the early 2000s, but they just started off with an EGR valve, electronic gas recirculator, or emissions gas recirculator. Those trucks typically are fine. Those EGRs go out about once a year. It's not that expensive to fix them. It's not that big of a pain in the butt. The problem with these newer trucks is in 2008, they started putting DPF, diesel particulate filters, on the trucks. Those trucks tend to run okay. They didn't have a lot of shutdown issues. You did have to clean the filters and whatnot, but the trucks didn't get truly terrible until they went in 2011 or 12, and they started putting DEF along with the DPF, which is diesel particulate filter with diesel exhaust fluid injectors, injecting it into the system. The problem with those is they have all these different sensors that are reading the exhaust gases, and there's multiple sensors, injectors. They're points of failure. Any one of those hiccups, short circuits, loose connection, corroded wire, any one of those problems, cut your power, it's very, very expensive to fix them. I wouldn't buy them. If they were the last trucks on the road, I'd retire from trucking, because your maintenance costs on those trucks are so astronomically high, wouldn't even be worth it as an independent. One truck, one driver, me driving it. It's just not worth it to have one of them new trucks. Those things will bankrupt you. Now, when I say the best trucks are old trucks, it's not the truck itself that's bad. These newer trucks are just fine. The Kenworths, Peterbilts, doesn't matter. They're just fine. The trucks. It's the emissions engines that they have in the trucks. Junk. Total junk. You can buy a glider kit. They're still building glider kits. A lot of people think, they passed the law and outlawed it altogether. No, they didn't. They're still building glider kits. They're still legal. They tapered them off to where they could only build so many this year, and then so many, then so many, then so many. But manufacturers have found the loophole in the law, and they're still building them, but they're not glider kit titled. They're trucks that have been ordered, pull the electronic engine out, and then they go buy an older engine, convert it to that, like I did my truck. Pulled the electronic or the emissions engine out, and then I converted the truck analog to talk to digital. Analog motor talking to a digital cab. You got to put a conversion computer in there, and it's mechanics know what they're doing. You don't need to know that, but that's what they're doing. They're still building trucks like glider kits, but they're not titled glider kits. Gets around that law. It's perfectly legal to pull that brand new engine out of that truck and part it out, sell it, whatever, and then put an old engine, freshly rebuilt, right in that truck. That truck has a pre-E-Log 1999 or older engine. It's exempt from electronic logs. But even if it has a 2007 engine, it's still a better engine than a brand new engine. I wouldn't have one of these brand new engines. But here's the point I'm trying to get across with the different engines. If you lease onto a company that will let you run paper logs, if you have an E-Log exempt truck, then by all means buy either a 1999 or older, or go buy a glider kit with an engine that's 99 or older, because the law says it's the power unit, not the truck, that exempts you from the logbooks. So, they're 99 or older, you're going to get a cheaper truck, but it is an older truck. It's going to have older wiring, older air hoses, older cab, older interior, everything's older. If you got the coin, these glider kits, they got pretty stupidly priced pretty quick. If you've got the coin or the financing options and you're not afraid to jump in, go buy you a good glider kit. Hell, you can get an older one, like a 2014, 2013. It's got a million miles on it. I don't care about that. I'll buy a truck with 1 million miles all day long, because those engines are cheaper to overhaul. They're good if you take care of them. Hell, you can get 1.6 million, 1.7 million out of an engine before you got to overhaul it, or some do, some get 1.3 million, some get 1.1 million. They're all over the place. But as a general rule, 1.2 million, 1.4 million, right in that area, 1.5 million before you got to overhaul them if they're taken care of. Oil changes, maintenance, the regular. But I wouldn't hesitate a minute to buy a 1 million mile truck. Do it in a heartbeat. Just because I know what I'm doing. If that engine blows, I know I've got the savings account put to the side that I can overhaul it just like that, right back out on the road a week later, good to go. But those engines will cause you next to no trouble whatsoever. So if you've got the coin, buy a newer truck with an older engine, glider kit. Or, if you're staying fairly close to home, I would buy an older truck altogether, 99 or older, if they'll let you run paper logs. If they're going to require you to run electronic logs anyway, don't bother with buying a 99. I would then go up to a 2007, because in 2007 was the last of the pre-emissions engines. So if they're going to force you to run an electronic logbook anyway, go buy an 07 or a newer glider, or a glider kit. But that would be the way I would approach it. If you're, out west and you're going to be running coast to coast and all 48, you might want to go with a newer truck with a glider kit to get that older, better model of engine, older style engine. It's going to cost you more money, but, all your other components are going to be newer and less wear and tear on the truck, obviously. But I mean, heck, this truck right here, it's a 2013. I've got 1 million, coming up on 1.7 million. And on the mileage, I'd take this truck anywhere but California. I'd go right up to the edge of California, take a leak over the state line, and then double back. Wouldn't worry about it the least little bit. This old engine, if it goes down on the road, number one, they don't go down. When they do go down, parts are everywhere. It's not hard to fix these trucks. Plus, I know what I've got, and I've taken care of it. But that's kind of it. If you're going to have to run e-logs anyway, don't worry about buying a 99 or older. That was the point of confusion that the person was talking about, was why would I buy a 99 if I got to run an e-log anyway? Well, you don't need to buy a 99. You just need to go like an 07 or an 06, because if you're going to run an e-log anyway, get the newest truck you can afford to get that's, prior to those junk engines or junk emission systems. But that would be the way I would do that. So, like I said, no e-log. If you can run paper, 99 and older, or a glider kit with a 99 and older engine. If they're going to make you run electronic log anyway, go all the way up to 07, or a glider kit, newer truck, older engine. And if you're running coast to coast, I'd buy any of the above, really. If it's a glider kit with an older engine, you're fine. If it's a 99 or older, long as everything works on it and it's, looks presentable and passes DOT inspection, I'd take it anywhere it needed to go. But that's just me. I'm not afraid to wrench on them on the side of the road. I have pulled my fat out of the fire a couple of times with the tools that I carry and the spare belts and things like that, But these old engines, they'll just keep right on running. They'll be messing up. They'll blow oil. They'll blow smoke, but they just keep right on running. Let you know, hey, something's going wrong. I need to limp this thing into the shop. It's not going to shut you down on the side of the road and make you call a tow truck. It's going to get you to the shop. Then you fix it. That's why I carry extra oil, extra antifreeze. You never know when a hose is going to blow or, whatever, but you need to be able to limp these old trucks to the shop. But, yeah, I just wanted to go into the video a little more detail. As always, any questions, throw them in the comments. I read the comments. Once the video gets a certain amount of age on it, I go back and double check them every now and then. But, I get emails whenever someone makes a comment, even on an older video. So I go back and check them. And if I see a question that I can answer, even if I can't answer it, I'll tell you, hey, man, I don't know on that one, but I'll find out. But any questions, throw them in the comments. Put a comment anyway, even if you don't have a question. Tell me to pound sand. Like, subscribe, help me out, man. I appreciate it. Any questions, throw them in there, and I can crank out a video pretty quick. But especially on the weekend, now that I'll just sit in my kitchen and record with the curtains behind me. But here in the truck, I got to wait till I get to a spot like I am now, sitting to wait to get loaded. But yep. Any questions? Throw them in there. Talk to y'all later.